Greetings, divine ones. This is your girl, Sage. All right, I am here to share. Okay, what I will say is take what resonates and leave the rest on the shelf because, baby, you don't have to force yourself a message. Okay, what is meant for you will be, and what ain't. It just let it be. Okay. This is a collective reading, so not every single one thing may apply. But if it does apply, let that thing fly, okay? Okay, anyway. So, first we're going to start off with some um, messages, some quick messages, okay, to get the reading going. Okay, and so we have transformation, healing, okay? Someone is going through a transformation of intuition and their thoughts. Either you are just gone through a clearing and balancing of your aura, or you are needing to do that, and this is your reminder. It's also brain function, taking or clearing energy, or taking something for brain function, or eating for brain function, or just focusing on letting your thoughts align in a way that you have been possibly neglecting. Some of you who are watching this video, you are facing the thoughts that you've been neglecting. So shadow work, things of that nature, and things that's happening in transformation, right? So it's also intuition, balancing, transformation, spiritual evolution activates all chakras. So this is malachite. The other one was labradorite or spectralite. And the malachite is helpful to enhance your psychic abilities and to activate your chakras to stimulate and enhance your abilities. So psychic development, somebody who may be watching this might be a reader or in some doing some type of spiritual work, okay? And so you are going through an activation, or someone is being called to do spiritual work, and you are going through an evolution, and it might be feeling quite weird right now, and you might be ready like to surrender, like what the fuck is going on? I need you to like bring some positivity in my life a little different. I need you to bring some movement into my life that's going towards the fruit that I know that I have planted, the seeds that I know I've planted. Like right now, your life could be in kind of a suspension of some sort. Like things are not moving completely forward, but they're moving forward. You feel me? So there's so we have higher dimensional energy, okay? So amplifies, this is a moldavite. And hey, you know what's crazy? So I have to say this, the scorpion, um somebody mentioned the scorpion recently, and I also have a scorpion tail. I was looking for something in my purse, and a scorpion tail came out, and that was a part of a piece of jewelry. Okay, let me put that down. Oh my goodness. So, oh my goodness, there's some type of watch out, watch out. I'm hearing something about betrayal, someone not being who they say that they are, someone really close, but mainly if you are making sure that your psychic abilities are taken care of, you don't got nothing to worry about. Make sure this is on. Okay. You don't have anything to worry about. All you need to be clear of is making sure you keep your vibration high, okay? Meaning make sure you do your work. If you do ritual, if you do meditation, if you do yoga, exercise, prayer, whatever your form of peace, of bringing yourself to balance. If you hike, whatever you do that gets you focused on your inner being, but brings you groundedness and brings you into your higher self, there's a call to let yourself bring that into your life more. As long as you take care of that, then the energies that are seemingly trying to come up against you, they ain't got a chance, okay? It's also showing astral travel here, amplifier, healing. So Movidite is good for that as well if you've been thinking about astral traveling, okay? And amplifying your energy as it is. Also, we have what's this? It's another scorpion. Okay, rhodochrosite. And there's love, balance, purify. Balances love on all levels. Physical, purifies root and sacral chakras. Okay, so right before I turned the video on, I did a whole Reiki cleanse on myself. I did a Vipassana meditation. I did, all kinds of just clearing, spiritual work, and just grounding, and also just making sure that my energy was good for this reading. Because yesterday, let me tell you, my container could not bear and hold the energy that came through yesterday. The energy that came through yesterday was so crazy. I was just like, I don't want to be in this energy anymore. I don't want to be. And when I tell you I was like a narcoleptic yesterday, you know what I'm saying? My ass knocked out on video. Like I was, and next thing you know, I woke up and I was like, I cannot believe I just fell asleep on video. And it was just like, yo, my body could no longer contain that energy. I didn't want to. And when I declared that I didn't want to, my body just shut down for me. Like it's like, okay, if you ain't gonna jump out this energy, and that's a message to someone, it's like if you're not gonna jump out of it by choice, when you have a clear warning, an inner warning where this energy is not good for you, you're not gonna jump out by choice. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna shut you down because you're protected, and this is alignment. We're here for you. You ain't got to sit here and it's really not a matter. Once you get over your thoughts about things, it's really not a matter of if you should. It's a matter of when. When is you going to take care of yourself? When is you going to focus on yourself? You know what I'm saying? So that's the energy. So it's telling you to bring in more love or focus on the love. Don't let anyone bring the energy to you um that does not fit, does not belong. It if you meet somebody or you have a friend, that intuition, somebody watching this has a very strong intuition. Listen to it, okay? I know you don't have a lot of information. Some of you got proof. Some of you got information, but your love has caused you to ignore it versus setting boundaries. You could still love someone and set clear boundaries. Let that be, because otherwise it's gonna make you sick. And I don't want you to be sick. I want you to be well, you know? And the sickness is really just the dissonance between what you want and what your soul is guiding you to versus what you're tolerating. So it's like um it's almost like you got a health thing going on, right? Let's say some cells are going on, and this could be actually true on someone, but I'm just giving you an example, a metaphor. But let's just say you got some things, wonky things going on in your cells, right? And you need to get a detox, okay? And these wonky things are happening, and you know what you needed. All you need to do is detox, right? But there's something preventing you from detoxing, whether it's a thought, a mentality, a habit, whatever, it's keeping you from detoxing. But you know, all you got to do is detox and you're going to feel better. But for whatever reason, you're just not. And you don't know why. Maybe you know why. Maybe you continue choosing what you know does not serve you or what you know does not make you feel good because it makes you feel good in the moment, but you're not feeling good about it later. When that acne pops up, you ain't feeling good about that. When it starts physically manifesting, you're not feeling good about that. But as long as you couldn't see the damage it was doing, you were fine. You could turn a blind eye to it. But once the damage starts materializing, that's when you want to do something. But that's when it, not that it's too late, but that's when it's too hard. That's when it's harder for you to come back from. When you are intuitively led to something, it's like your body is warning you of something before the cells get wonky. You know what I'm saying? Or it's catching it right at the beginning when the cells is like a little wonky. But now you don't let it get too far. And it's like, ah, oh, damn. Now I gotta go undo this, that. I gotta take this. I gotta do this vitamin. I gotta be under this vitamin for a year before I can get my energy back. Oh, I gotta do this. Ah, oh, all I gotta do is, man, dang, was it worth it? And then you start thinking like, dang, maybe not. Dang. All right. Heard. All right. So, anyways, I want you to ask a question right now. I'm going to do something different today. I want you to ask a question and I'm going to let the pendulum answer it, right? Whatever question. Now, this is a collective. So, I just want this to go wherever it's supposed to go, okay? So, I'm going to let you focus on your question and then I'm going to guide the pendulum to give me a yes, no, maybe, or no answer to whatever question. Now I'm going to test this out. I've never done this on a collective. So I really don't know how this is going to, be. However, I would love for you to comment below and tell me if it resonated with your question. Sometimes we can't know until we actually put something into action, but it ultimately it needs to resonate. Okay. Sometimes we're looking for answers that we want. So that's what we have to be careful of because we want it to be a certain thing. It's like, oh, we got a crush on somebody. We want them to like us back, right? But it doesn't mean that they do. And sometimes we want something so bad that we want to hear what we want to hear and not what is actually true. So that's why I'm a little, you know, leery about how I interpret my own readings. That's why I don't mind getting readings outside of me. You feel me? So, anyways, um, let's do this. Okay. So, you got your question? All right. The question that the collective is asking, I ask for my spirit guides and my highest light to communicate through this pendulum. Please show me the yes response. Please show me the no response. Please show me the I don't know response. Please show me the maybe response. Circular. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit Guides. Do we have permission to ask a question on behalf of the collective? That you answer a question on behalf of the collective? Yes. Okay. So I want you to think about the question right now. And then I'm going to read the pendulum and see what if it says yes, no, maybe, or I don't know. So the question that the person who's watching this video just asked or is asking, please give me yes, no, I don't know, or maybe. What is the answer to their question? Their yes or no question. I'm getting a yes. So whatever you just asked, it's a yes. Okay? It's a yes. I'm gonna give you one more question. Okay? Ask a yes or no question. I forgot to specify that, but we got a yes or no question. Okay? All right. The question that the viewer has just asked, is it a yes or a no for them for their question? It's a no. Whatever question you just asked, it's a no. Okay? Okay? There we have it. Okay. All right, so we're going to get to our reading here. Okay? So, what? Oh, that's too many. Okay. What do they need to know? What is the collective needing to hear right now? I ask for this to be past thought forms, present thought forms, aligned thought forms, aligned thought forms, and solutions. Okay? The collective need to. Okay? That was reversed though. Fell reversed. Okay. So we have the Five of Knives reversed. Okay, Ten of Wands reversed. Oh, that's too many. Okay, so the Five of Wands reversed. I'm getting that there is someone is battling with something. Someone's fighting with they they're actually they were fighting with something. You were fighting with something. You were fighting on behalf of, like, so your thoughts, you were dealing with a lot of train of thoughts that weren't serving you, right? And it wasn't your fault. It was somebody that was, projecting over you, and then you were dealing with the projections, and it was just like, damn, homie, like, what's up? Why am I going through this? And it's like, oh, somebody was projecting over you. So now I'm showing that you have turned that around. Okay. So you are now in a phase where you have your alignment. Oh my goodness. Your alignment has been such that you've been doing some work. Whatever work you've been doing, it's working. Even if you've just been being patient and present and faithful and having faith, you have turned it around. And you have been, you've been struggling. You're presently struggling with having abundant thoughts, you may have dealt with lack all your life. There's maybe a karmic feminine that has caused you to deal with lack in your life, maybe your masculine energy has felt out of balance of some sort, like what? So what else? What does the collective need to hear in this moment? What do they need to understand about this situation that they are experiencing? I'm getting a car, blue car, And then a pink car. I'm also getting a like a truck, SUV. Okay. All right, so you just had a tower moment, or right now someone is going through a tower moment. Things have been breaking down, but the thing is, you're also experiencing abundance in the same breath. So it's like, yo, even though the tides are, rising, the tides have risen and fallen, there's residue left over from everything that's happened, there's a lot going on, you are still experiencing abundance. Your cup is full. So we have the 10 of baskets, the tower, okay? And you are experiencing, listen, things are turning around. You hear me? And then it's no surprise because Mercury retrograde is about to end. And I don't know how it's been for you, but it's been a crazy backwards ass experience lately. But I guess it was necessary for me to see my thoughts. But I've been working on my psychic development, and learning how to protect myself more and just deal with my openness of energy and how I absorb things. And so that could be something, a message for someone else too, that maybe you're in that place where you need to make sure you're focusing on taking care of yourself. Okay. So we have the Nine of Knives reversed. Okay. So Nine of Knives reversed. Typically, you were dealing with a lot of thoughts. You were blind. You were staying up all night. You were losing sleep. You were you were going through it, okay? But it's showing that you are now presently experiencing the flip side of that energy, okay? So trust that even though it might have seemed like that was never going to end, it's ending, baby. You might have experienced some turnovers today, okay? So death at the bottom of the deck again. But you were in the past, you were struggling with how you were seeing yourself. Four of baskets reversed. You were struggling with how you were seeing yourself, and the rituals, the habits, the things that you were dealing with. You were struggling with receiving self-love, with resting, with giving yourself love and what you deserve. You were struggling with that, but you're not struggling with that as much anymore. You're coming out of that energy, and I'm proud of you because it's really happening. Like, you really coming up out that thing. Okay. And things are looking new, things are looking up, opportunities are coming. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities are coming. You are experiencing opportunities that are going to move you forward. Eight of Wands, okay? I don't know if you could see that Eight of Wands. But the energy is such that you are moving forward on your path in a way that it's just absolutely beautiful. And I'm really getting the feeling of like mama's proud, okay? And if you have struggled with, you know, issues with a mother figure, then don't. It's not. We're not talking about that mama. We talking about Mama Earth, Mama Gaia. We talking about spirit mamas. We talking about those who actually are mothers to you, whether it's from the other side. And we got the energy, the chariot of the energy. Look at that goddess right here. You know what I'm saying? She's so hot, baby. She is in her, goddess energy. She is feeling herself. She is feeling bold and powerful and, ready to move forward. And she's having um things behind her that, like, she's coming into clarity. You hear me? And then we got Mother Nature behind her, and the air, this element of air it's filling her up. So I could be talking to an air sign as well, and also an earth sign, but her energy is giving like balance, it's giving fire. I'm moving forward. That the fire is moving her forward, and she's going through the cycles of evolution with grace, baby. Somebody might make some jewelry, somebody might be a jewelry maker, okay, or some type of creator, okay. Somebody might be dealing with some things around their creativity where they're coming out of having any blocks and things like that. You are working on your goals and manifestations and things of that nature. Um, right now is saying control travel, yes. So it's a yes. So remember the first question that I had you ask, that was a yes. So now we got the chariot confirming a yes again, and then it says uh, it's also saying to remain focused and pay attention to details. It encourages finding your momentum and reminding you to navigate personal roads less traveled. Okay, your success is assured in whatever you do, but are you going to take the leap? Are you doing you? Does your daily work build towards the world you believe in? So I think that's super important, like your daily work, to make sure it aligns with everything that you've been calling forth, right? Everything. I asked the question last night to Spirit. Oh my God, I surrendered last night. I asked, for clarity in a way that was very detailed. And when I tell you, Spirit ain't waste no time answering my questions today. Cosmic power. We got the cosmic power coming out, okay? Trust in your power, okay? I don't know how to, okay, focus. Thank you, okay? So, cosmic power coming through, balance. You are experiencing your inner power, okay? You're experiencing power in a way that is helping you see the signs, like, baby, like, oh my goodness, I have been experiencing life. And I have been asking for things that were not I've been asking for things that were not even meant for me, right? Like I've been wanting things and I've been getting them, but I've been so dissatisfied with what I've been getting that now I'm seeing me ask for things that are greater for me, that are in alignment with me, that are serving me and those around me. And now I'm experiencing such cosmic power behind what is for me and what I'm like led to do, what my heart is being guided to do. I'm experiencing the power of following those guidances. You understand? Like this the energy I am channeling right now. Like this is what, either this is what is happening to someone right now, these are their thoughts, or this is what is coming. Okay. And so, this says rise up into your magnificence, love and accept yourself fully to unlock everything you seek. Stop pretending to be less than what you are. See, that kind of goes with what I was just saying. It's about like you've been asking for things that don't serve you. Like that's being less than what you are. Like you've been asking for little things, and Spirit's trying to tell you, like, baby, 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 listen, the world is your oyster. It's right here. You know what I mean? You don't have to keep staying over here in little survival spaces. You know what I'm saying? You could ask for something bigger, but you keep going here because that's what you know. You keep going to what you know instead of being uncertain and moving forward in the things that, listen, listen. Credit, what is credit? What is, and I'm not sitting up here giving you advice to go fuck off on your credit. What I'm saying is what is credit? If your credit is bad right now in the system, or whatever your credit score is, right? If it's poor, considered poor, Spirit is saying that it doesn't matter what your credit score is. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what your credit score is, because that thing is not going to stop what's coming for you. It's not going to stop what's yours. You understand? It's not going to stop what is yours. Now, folks might try to distract you and get in your way and all that good jazz, but listen, don't even worry about it, because that ain't about to happen. You hear me? Don't worry about it. They ain't got nothing on what's yours. So this says your real power has nothing to do with external gains. Cosmic power cannot be destroyed or lost. You were created by the same force that birthed the sun and the moon. My power, the declaration or the affirmation is, my power shines forth from within. Okay? That's for somebody here. Let's see, any more? If we got anything else we want to share? What from this deck? This is the African Goddess Rising deck. And so somebody has initially been struggling with grounding. They've not been grounded. And you were experiencing a lot of struggle. We have the grounding card here, but it was reversed. Okay. And so you had initially been struggling with finding your steps and being with Mother Earth. And like lately I've been touching trees. You hear me? Like I ain't got no shame in the touching of trees. Okay. I've been sitting up here letting my energy like I listen, okay. And I was so happy to hear my daughter repeat it. She said a little joke today. She was like, I hate people that be too serious. She's like, you should just go touch a tree, and just be happy. I was like, oh, like look at her. Like it was just so funny because I never said it in that way, right? I've never said it in the way that she had like regurgitated it, right? I taught her to, like, if she's near a tree and if she's feeling anxious or feeling a certain way, feeling, um, basically ungrounded, but I simplified it for her. And I told her that she could just touch the tree. And I showed her, I said, come over here. And we touched the tree. And I said, we're taking in, I said, we're giving love to this tree and we're taking in the wisdom of the tree and we're letting go of what doesn't belong to me. And it just came. Like I never heard that from somewhere. It was more like that was what came. And I was like, and I just had, like, she repeated it after me, and then we, you know, let our love be present with the tree in that moment. And then I told her to count to 20, and the reset was there, and then we just kept it moving. Now it could be longer and longer for me, like the other night when I tell you I was feeling totally out of balance. I my air had been making me sick. Like my throat chakra is very much um, overcoming. It has done a whole 360 now. It's still like not in the fullest capacity of my voice that I'm used to being, but my voice is here nonetheless. And that day I went somewhere and my energy it felt like it got worse and worse being where I was. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta leave. I gotta go. So I went outside and I saw this tree. It was just lit up. It was a bunch of trees out there, but this particular tree just lit up to me. And it had a branch that had been chopped off or something like that. And so it's just this open, smooth, drum like um, flatness to the tree right there. And I went and I put my hands on there and I did a Vipassana meditation. I did my meditation. I just like was there and I was breathing deeply and it was just, I was being present, And when I tell you that I felt so much better once I got in the car, I got home and I was just like, from that day, my energy had shifted. And it was just like, I mean, from that night. And I think that was Sunday night. And so, like, this Sunday day, I was just feeling so, groggy and just over life. Like, I was supposed to, like, I wanted to perform at this open mic and I was excited to, because my song, it was a women's event. And I have a song called Sovereign Woman. And so, like, this song would have spoken to them, but I wasn't energetically prepared. I was not feeling well. I was not feeling the balance to hold the energy for a crowd. It just wasn't there. And I'm glad that I wasn't booked to perform. But I wanted to prior to, but energy said different. So when I did my grounding and everything like that, yes, I felt better, but energetically, I still had to rest. It's not some magical solution. You still got to rest. You still got to replenish yourself, right? I felt better, but I didn't feel 100%, right? Because there's still work. Your cells, I let, and I'm not even gonna, it's not to shame myself or whatever, but it's more like, okay, I let it get here because something needed to be shown to me about my structures, about my habits, about what was happening. And this needed to happen so things could be brought to the forefront for me to really see how I had been using my energy, right? So it came, I surrendered, I got the messages. I'm still getting the messages. They're coming to me. I'm super grateful. And listen, I have no shame in letting myself see myself. We struggle a lot of times with letting ourselves see ourselves because it's like, it's almost like we're afraid. We're afraid that we're not perfect. We're afraid that, everything, we're supposed to get to a point where everything's supposed to be amazing. Everything's supposed to be perfect. Like, what? What's perfect? Like, go somewhere now. You know what I'm saying? We are all imperfect, perfect beings. We're all imperfectly perfect. And it's just like, what are you wanting? What is your goal? What is your highlight? Where do you think that you're gonna get to? you know and let yourself be. Let yourself experience the abundance that's yours. Somebody needs to do some studying as well. Growing your knowledge in a subject that you have been feeling called to, your heart has been feeling called to. Somebody is writing a book, someone is also singing, someone is doing some decision making. Somebody has some decisions to make and they've been suspended in decision, but justice is coming. You're experiencing things in a way that it's just like, wow, wow, I'm getting my spark back and I'm starting to see things in a new light. And so now you'll be able to start collaborating with people in a new way. You'll be able to be given to yourself in a new way. And things are going to be okay. You understand? It's going to be all right. Hey, do you hear me? It's gonna be all right. I'm totally off beat because I can't even hear the beat. But anyways, and someone is also experiencing a union, either a union with self, or they will be coming up on a union. Okay, whether it's platonic and beneficial, or whether it is a romantic. I think it's going to be a very beneficial platonic relationship for some of you, and some of you, like, it might be romantic, and I'm here for it. And I love that that is happening for you. Okay, somebody needs to get near some water, you hear, and sit and be present with it. Be present with the water. Let the water cleanse you, okay? You've been experiencing lots of storms, right? But let the water cleanse you and then get your creativity back. You're going to be experiencing your creativity in a new way, okay? Self-sabotage, what? No more. You good. Like, and it's okay to forgive yourself. Let yourself be. Let yourself be forgiven. Now, that I told you, watch out for, I'm not telling you to look for betrayal, right? And I'm not telling you to have paranoia about it, but I'm telling you that not to be blind about the people in your life. You understand? Oh, that one wanted to jump. Yeah, there's a rightful rage. That one, I'm just trying to turn the cards around you. Um, There's some rightful rage that needs to come out. Okay. This is it's almost like a spiritual rage. It's like the alchemy before you get to the other part. Like today I was feeling really, really depressed. Like I had a moment of depression because of like, I'm not even going to get into it, right? I'm not feeling called to tell the whole thing, but what I am being called to share is how I alchemized it. And there was an experience where I did some poetry and I just let it out and just like said things. And I watched my pattern of how I go into letting myself be free. And then I go in trying to help somebody. I think about who might be listening and I'm trying to help them. And then I got back to myself because I caught myself. I was like, look at me trying to make it pretty for somebody watching, for somebody hearing me. Let me just continue to be raw and let myself speak the truth that's on my heart right now. Let myself speak the shadow of my heart. You know what I mean? Let myself speak everything that needed to be spoken in that moment. And I was fucking angry. You hear me? I was angry. I felt the rage. I felt it. I felt the hate and I was not about to feel guilty for it. Yes, I felt that shit. Because when you're doing for somebody and you're doing for people and you're out here operating in your heart space, and then people literally become demons in your life or they expose themselves like, damn, you've been a demon the whole time. And I think that's what this betrayal card is like for someone else might be experiencing that, where somebody in your life it has is being exposed, will be exposed, or has been exposed as being a demon. They've been an entity that has been sent to kill, steal, and destroy and take from you. But I don't want to be all like saying that in a way that you need to be paranoid and look out for betrayal. Let this resonate if it resonates. If you've been feeling funny about something, if your intuition been strong about something and you just haven't been wanting to listen to it because you love and you want to be loving and all of that stuff, and you have this image of, yes, you forgive. Soul forgiveness, forgive yourself first and do forgive them. Absolutely. But you don't gotta like it. You don't have to like them, right? And there's still a process that your body has to catch up to, that your emotional body has to catch up to, that your mind has to catch up to, and you can't force yourself to be in a certain space before you're ready to be in that space. You might have to grieve the you that allowed that. You might have to grieve the you that you were when you were once in their presence. You might have to grieve the you that you thought that you were against what you experience with them. Like, you might have to grieve. Okay, you might have to. And you have to give yourself the space to. Overworking or anything like that, and denying what you feel, the rage that you're feeling, is only going to make it worse. It's only going to make it come out in other ways. You don't want it to come out in other ways. You want to be the controller. That's the chariot card. You want to be the not controlling, but you want to be responsible for your energy. Okay? You want to be responsible. Don't let your energy become your inner me, enemy. Don't let your enemy become your enemy. Okay? Don't let it happen. You gotta be, and that's where this grounding and the cosmic power is reminding you of. It's like, okay, be diligent in that which you know of yourself. I'm gonna go. Okay, I love you. Take what you need, leave the rest on the shelf, but always, always be your lovely ugly self. Okay. Oh, always. Okay. Snuff them out. Snuff them motherfuckers out. Let them motherfuckers go. Somebody. Ooh, I'm still feeling it. All right, y'all. Peace on the 44.